Welcome to the 66th Annual Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade. One of the state's largest and oldest nighttime Christmas parades, this year's theme is Home for the Holidays. More than 3,000 participants will march, sing, dance, and ride past over 60,000 spectators along East Silver Springs Boulevard in Ocala, all eagerly awaiting the arrival of Santa himself. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Christian, Judy Zanetti, and Anna DeWeese.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Streetside Live in Ocala for the 66th Annual Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade. I'm Kevin Christian. I'm thrilled to be here with you tonight. Mother Nature is cooperating, as well as my two colleagues who are cooperating as well.
Good evening, Kevin. It's starting to feel a bit like Christmas tonight.
Absolutely.
With a chill in the weather. I love it.
And
I am Anna DeWeese, and I'm Director of Grants and Federal Programs in Marion County. You're going to see great things here tonight, and Merry Christmas, everyone.
absolutely. Judy Zanetti, who is the Executive Director of the Public Education Foundation of Marion County. We're thrilled to have both of you back this year.
Thank you.
And we're thrilled to have you with us. As I mentioned earlier, Mother Nature is cooperating this year. You may recall last year she was not happy with us. She rained on our parade,
She
literally.
did.
But she is cooperating, and we are hearing sirens in the background. So over the next couple of hours, folks, you're going to enjoy the best entertainment that you can get this time of year in Ocala and Marion County. We're talking upwards of 120 parade units, everything from a dog or two
Yes.
to
Yes.
several horse units,
Marching band.
tons of floats. You name it, we've pretty much got it in
And
this parade
lots
tonight.
and lots of Marion County Public School students and other students as well.
And about 60,000 people lining East Silver Springs Boulevard. People stake their seats out, if you will, not hours, not days, but more than a week ahead of time. I saw the first chair Friday week ago, so that's 8 or 9 days out.
Well, you don't want to miss the Christmas parade.
And I think that's probably the earliest that I've ever seen them. You see some of Ocala's, it looks like the Shriners Club there.
Shriners Club.
It is tradition that the Shriners start our parade, but before they actually get into our camera range, let me share some facts with you about this year's parade. We have about 6,500 people involved in 119 units. We mentioned earlier that this is the 66th annual Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade, and on a special or somewhat sad note, if you will, this year's parade is dedicated to Phyllis Ham, the coordinator of the parade for many, many years, and she departed from our community, if you will, last April.
She will surely be missed.
Absolutely.
This is an awesome time for us, and we just want to say again, happy holidays to you and your families. And don't forget, you may see this parade replayed on YouTube.
That's
This
right.
is the first time, so that's very exciting. And also on the Marion County Educational Channel on Fridays and Saturdays every week this month.
Every Friday, Saturday night this month at 7, and then Sundays at 2, right here on the Marion Education Channel. We are live, but obviously we'll replay. So if you're joining us anywhere in the midst of the broadcast, you can join in at that time and see the entire parade in its entirety.
And our parade is brought to us by a great group of volunteers.
Absolutely.
The Friends of the Christmas Parade, and we appreciate all that they do. And we also appreciate our sponsors this year, Combined Insurance Services, Magnum Construction, and Tri-Am RV. This is not a commercial endeavor, but it's just meant to be safe and fun for families and a gift to the Ocala and Marion County community.
And we don't want to forget Ocala Police Department is also a major partner to keep
That's right.
everyone safe. And we've seen them out in their dress blues. They look very nice tonight.
Our parade route this evening stretches from Southeast 25th Avenue, goes west along East Silver Springs Boulevard, and wraps up at Northeast 8th Avenue. That's about a 2-mile trek for all of these folks. We've got, I would say, 12 to 15 marching band units. So we're going to have a lot of folks
right,
involved,
and
a lot of fun.
You mentioned we had at least 119 units and 6,500 people in the parade this evening are involved with the parade. And you know, Kevin and Anna, they started lining up to get ready for the parade this afternoon at about 2 o'clock or 2:30. So they are ready to go.
And we don't want to forget what our theme is this year. It's Home for the Holidays, submitted by Kylie Woods of Ward Highlands Elementary School. This year, she will ride with Matt Manatee, a familiar face from the Ocala Star banner. So children, don't forget to write to Matt Manatee.
I actually have a copy of Kylie's entry here. Let me see if I can share a few words with it. She says, "Dear Matt, I think that next year's Christmas parade theme should be Home for the Holidays. This theme can make people who see the parade feel relaxed because the most relaxing place is home, most of the time. Also, my idea for the parade will make this commonly used phrase pop to life. I hope you like this theme." And obviously, Matt Manatee did.
He sure did. Here we are with Kylie in our parade tonight.
And I think what you see on your screen right now is the Ocala Shrine Club. So just want to remember that they are volunteers for the Shriners Hospital, and they do wonderful things for children in special needs.
And coming up, we're going to see not only their motorcycle unit, but we'll see a clown unit, a fire brigade, and the Legion of Honor train should be coming as well.
Absolutely. As we mentioned earlier, this is kind of the official start for the Christmas parade. It's very much tradition that you see this first group kicking things off. There you see their
Legion of Honor
train, absolutely. Throughout the evening, you may see our what we're calling our sky cam. It's actually our camera mounted on top of our production truck to give you a little bit of a different view, in addition to our street side cameras.
And you know, as soon as the holidays are wrapped up, the Friends of the Christmas Parade Committee will get together again and begin planning for the 2015 Christmas Parade.
You know, looking at these guys, it just makes me appreciate all that they do throughout the year. All of their work benefits children with medical needs. Burned kids, we see there on the side of their unit. We help crippled and burned children. The Shriners hospitals all over the country.
Oh, here's the Ocala Shrine Club clowns, giving the kids something to smile about this evening.
We're hoping that clown smiles a little bit. You know, he looked a little sad, didn't he?
He's driving.
There we go.
There's a smiling clown.
More of the Shrine Club representatives.
Honking and waving at the friends gathered here on Silver Springs Boulevard.
As we look at the faces of the children, they're all very excited when they see those clowns.
A lot of people work a lot of long hours to make these units Christmas ready.
Yes, they do.
You'll see some units that have a simple wreath on the front there, to other units that are completely decked out for the holidays.
As I mentioned, they started lining up and getting in place for the parade quite early this afternoon, so we are thankful that they took the time to do that and to participate in the parade this evening.
One gentleman who's absolutely proud to be part, and you're going to see him here coming up, is our parade marshal, Mr. Chester Weber, and we'll share information about him once he comes into the screen there. This is more representatives of the Shriners Club. This is their motor fun unit, I call it.
It does look like fun, doesn't it, Kevin?
Absolutely. Our TV lights are on, and
I bet some of the children watching are wishing that they could be on some of those little motorized carts.
I wish I was on one of those motorized
It does look like
carts.
fun.
It looks like
fun. Although I like my seat right here, I have to admit. There's John Macias, one of our former employees. He looked like he's having a great time out there.
That looks like Ocala Police Department.
Does. That's, we said the Shriners were the unofficial start. OPD and the officers, law enforcement officers here, would be the official start. And they will get up here shortly. Our vantage point is right at the Ocala Center. We're right in front of Staples, if you know where that is. And as these units approach us from East Silver Springs Boulevard, we kind of hear them in the distance, but we'll actually wait until they get into camera view, and then we'll be able to share some information with you about these specific units. We may be off a little bit here and there because the parade sometimes can be its own monster, its own animal, and sometimes somewhat unpredictable for us anyway. But we'll do our best to keep things on track and keep you informed and educated on what you see there in front of you.
To echo what Anna had said earlier, we're proud and pleased to have the Ocala Police Department out here in force tonight. They look great, and we know that they're here to keep us all safe and make sure everyone has an enjoyable evening.
So this is each of you, it's your second parade.
It's our
is.
I
second
hope those nervous
parade.
jitters are not returning.
I know, we're so glad you asked us back, Kevin.
Of course.
Glad to be here. And of course, it would have been our third parade had we not gotten rained out last year.
Folks,
Lots
we
and
were
lots of rain.
we were all ready to bring the parade live to you last year, but unfortunately we had lightning and lots of rain. But tonight is a cool, clear night. I don't see any clouds overhead. So we're going to have a nice evening for the 66th annual Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade.
Again, thank you so much for coming out to enjoy this night, because this is the beginning of the Christmas season. And so don't forget, next week is the last week if you are a student in Marion County Public Schools. And we will have an early release day on Friday.
Now just remember, this parade plays throughout the month of December.
This is true.
So if you hear this during Christmas break, you're already out of school. You don't have to worry about that early release day.
Absolutely, Kevin.
Kevin, I've heard that this is the longest running nighttime Christmas parade in all of Florida.
We discuss that every year. I have never seen nor heard anything to the contrary.
That is something to be proud of for sure.
This is my 14th parade, and I have said that every year, and I've never been proven wrong. So we'll continue to use that
To do
statement.
this parade for 66 years is quite an accomplishment, and we know a labor of love on the parts of many, many people.
Absolutely.
And it shows to the tradition of the families here in Marion County of how we rally around each other this very important time of the year.
You see some of the folks there lining East Silver Springs Boulevard. As I mentioned earlier, we're expecting upwards of 60,000 people to line the boulevard. Many of them staked out their seats more than a week ago. And ladies, I have to share something with you. I saw something today for the first time in my life.
What is that?
Not only did I see chairs, not only did I see areas roped off,
Right.
I saw a sofa street side. I'm not talking a little sofa. I'm talking a sofa from somebody's living room.
Wow.
It's going to be
Street side.
very comfortable for them on this very brisk and chilly
I
night.
am glad it did not rain on their sofa.
At first I thought, oh my gosh, a sofa, but think about it. What a great way to watch the parade. You're completely comfortable.
The only thing that would be better might be a reclining chair.
And a fire.
Yes, that would be nice tonight.
And how
A
appropriate,
nice,
because
cozy
it's
fire.
home for the holidays.
Home for the holidays.
There you go.
So
You will see that theme throughout this evening, not just with us mentioning it, but many of the floats you will see are actually designed around that.
So bringing a little bit of home right out here to Silver Springs Boulevard. Not a bad idea.
That's why we do it right there.
For those
Kids.
babies.
For those
that's
kids,
right.
absolutely. We love to see them out here having a good time with their families, with moms and dads and brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles and friends like you guys.
And we know
That's right.
that they are going to do all they can to stay awake until the very end of this parade.
Because they want to see Santa.
The one and only, absolutely.
One and only.
Doesn't get better than that.
I have been very good this year. I know that Santa's going to be very nice to me.
Oh, I hope so, Kevin. I hope you have not made it on the naughty list.
Not me.
Anna?
No, I'm not naughty. I'm definitely expecting something very nice under the tree.
Okay.
Judy?
Oh,
You don't have
no.
to answer that question.
Kevin, right on television, you're going to ask me that?
Ask you to admit it, exactly.
And don't forget, this parade is organized by the Friends of the Christmas Parade. This is a volunteer committee who starts planning the parade every January. So if you want to be involved, please reach out to those folks.
And a special shout out to Sue Mosley,
Yes.
former school board member who is actually the director and chairperson of the Friends of the Parade Committee. She and her group of about 10 volunteers completely organized this entire parade.
And I know she's been working side by side with William Taylor, one of our sponsors
Absolutely.
tonight from Combined Insurance Services. So a shout out to William as well. William is actually a new board member at the Public Education
There
Foundation.
you go. We have representatives of looks like the Ocala Police Department Honor Guard there, starting our parade off with, of course, our state and national flags.
And they will be taking their 2-mile walk from Southeast 25th Avenue down to Northeast 8th Avenue, right across Silver Springs Boulevard.
Yep.
And so now it appears that this is the beginning of the 120 units that we will discuss throughout the evening.
Mixture of law enforcement officers and law enforcement vehicles. I'm sure you'll see some of the pink vehicles, if you will, supporting
Yes.
breast cancer.
I love them, and I saw a
cure for
purple
breast
one
cancer.
today earlier.
That's purple Alzheimer's?
I think Alzheimer's or multiple myeloma, I
Okay,
heard,
yeah.
leukemia.
See, these are the new style of police cruisers that many of our law enforcement agencies have. You see that new cruiser there from Ocala Police. I like to see them like this. I don't like to see them in my rearview mirror.
I was thinking the same thing. This is fun and exciting, not as fun or exciting if you see them in your mirror. Correct.
There you go, folks. That's a great preview shot of what this 66th annual Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade is going to be tonight. Lots of people involved in the parade itself, even more people involved street side, witnessing it firsthand.
And to all of our first responders here in Ocala and Marion County, we give you our thanks of gratitude. We know that you work hard every day to keep us safe and healthy, so our police officers, our sheriff's officers, our paramedics, EMTs, firefighters, we appreciate the selfless job that you do each day.
Absolutely. Sacrificing throughout the year on holidays, working all of those days.
Absolutely.
To keep all of us safe and healthy.
That is correct. I'm sure we have several of them out here tonight volunteering their time. And
there's the sheriff.
And there is the pink on the car, Kevin, that you were mentioning earlier.
I always like it when our cameras capture people when they don't think they're on TV.
As long as it's not us.
Look at that
there
face.
She is. And there is the Support a Cure.
Fish and Wildlife Commission, also part of law enforcement and supporting the breast cancer cure there. You see the pink on that vehicle. Those folks have been busy a lot with deer and with bears.
Absolutely, and
Yes.
sometimes we think that they stay in the Ocala National Forest, but not
They
so
wander
much.
out.
Not
And then, of
so
course,
much.
south of us in the city of Bellevue, supporting our Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade as well with their participation.
Oh, I like that
The
Santa
state
hat.
troopers.
That's a real trooper for you.
She is a real trooper.
Oh my goodness.
There's another trooper.
City of Williston.
There's another animal that escaped.
That
A
is
stuffed animal.
Police Chief Dennis Stroh, I believe, from the city of Williston in that
Excellent.
vehicle. This is interesting. This is a mobile jail cell
Okay.
from the Marion County Sheriff's Office. I have actually seen it and been inside it.
Really?
And can tell you firsthand, I don't want to see the real thing.
Okay.
Again, one of those things that's only fun to see in a setting
Right.
like this,
That's
of
right.
course.
Lots of lights, lots of sirens, lots of community participation in this year's
I
parade.
see.
That's what makes it all possible.
I see a message on one of those police cars. If you drink, don't drive. Good message for this time of year and always.
And I see our parade marshal, Mr. Chester
There
Weber,
he
in that
is.
vehicle there. He was chosen for his achievements in the Equestrian Games world, chosen to be this year's parade marshal. And I quote Chairman of this year's parade, Sue Mosley. She says, his continuous efforts to give back to his community are the reason why we chose him. The esteemed position of parade marshal is held by a person who Ocala feels has done an outstanding job of representing our town and giving back to the community. Somebody who is generous with an outstanding career history and a community benefactor.
And there is Kylie Woods and Matt Manatee, and her theme for this year's parade was chosen to represent the Ocala Christmas Parade, and the theme is Home for the Holidays.
There is the mayor of the city of Ocala, Mr. Kent Gwen. Mr. Mayor became the mayor in 2011 after 12 years on the Ocala City Council.
He's been married for 34 years to his wife Sandra, and they have 2 sons.
Interesting thing, he is a 5th generation Ocala. His family has been in this city since 1850.
And that
Wow.
looks like the Ocala City Council.
You are correct.
With John McLeod, the president, Mary Sue Rich, who's been there since 1995, Jim Hilty Sr., Jay Musley, president pro term, and then also Brent
Molliver.
Molliver?
Brent Molliver, yep.
Brent Molliver.
And next up, we have Senator Dorothy Huckel. She is the Florida State Senator representing the 8th District, and that, of course, includes portions of Lake, Marion, and Volusia counties.
She's a former Florida House member who represented the 28th District for 8 years. She is also the former mayor of Port Orange, Florida.
And our Marion County Supervisor of Elections, Wesley Wilcox, elected in 2012. He was also the former Assistant Supervisor of Elections for 7 years here in Marion County.
And
I believe
Wesley
that's-
is the one driving.
And that's his wife Sheila waving at us.
Exactly. Then we move on to, looks like some of Ocala Fire Rescue's units there. Now, we've heard rumor that there's a new canine companion that's part of this company this year. We're hoping we'll be able to catch her on cam.
Gracie, is that her name?
Gracie is her name, a 2-year-old yellow lab who works with Ocala Fire Rescue. We're crossing our fingers. We'll see if that actually happens. Obviously more. There she is right there.
Oh, Grace, look, she's got her
She's
shield
sweet.
on there. She's official.
And she actually helps determine the cause of fires by using her nose to sniff out ignitable liquids.
Well, we're so glad she got to be in her first
Christmas
Ocala
parade.
Christmas parade.
Absolutely.
Gracie lives and works with her handler, Captain Roseanne Moreland. I believe she was in the vehicle with Gracie.
Yep.
Marion County Fire Rescue Honor Guard is coming now, carrying the stars and stripes this evening.
They are likely escorting the Marion County Board of County Commissioners. You'll see those folks here shortly. Their respective government entities.
And how nice that all these folks come out and celebrate with us this evening.
I don't know that you can get a bigger audience any time of year.
And there they are, the Marion County Board of County Commissioners.
On that float, you will see the chair, Stan McLean, as well as the vice chair, Kathy Bryant. The other folks you see on there are Commissioners Carl Zalek, David Moore, and Mr. Earl Arnett.
I saw Mr. Arnett this morning at the Kiwanis Club pancake breakfast.
Making his rounds.
Being a busy man today.
Absolutely.
And there's also the Marion County Fire Rescue with their motor units.
You'll see representatives of, you'll see paramedics, firefighters, EMTs. Might even see some administrators on there as well.
It looks like a color guard there. Is that what that shirt says?
They're making me nervous the way they're sitting
I know.
on top there.
As long as that ladder doesn't go up, we'll be okay.
Again, we do thank all of our public servants for all of the help that they do in keeping our county safe.
Absolutely. Great sacrifices made on our behalf.
Yes.
I think someone has spotted our camera.
There you go.
I just feel like waving back, but they
Absolutely.
can't see us.
No. Old Ocala police car there you see.
Someone's kept that in fine shape,
Man,
haven't they?
That is a nice looking.
It is a nice
I
one.
would call it a Barney car. Look at that light on top. That's what it makes me think of.
Mayberry.
It's a beautiful car.
All right. Fire Rescue's got quite a presence here this evening.
Lots of units here.
Looks like our armored vehicle from the Marion County Sheriff's Office.
I think that's new to us,
Ocala
isn't it?
Police.
Is it Ocala
It's
Police?
Ocala
Okay.
Police.
Absolutely.
Well, we hope that we don't see that very often.
And we hope it doesn't get much use.
Correct. We would like for it to just show up
At
for the
Christmas
parade.
time.
Hello.
My goodness. Okay, we're all awake now.
We are all awake now.
Ah, who could mistake this color? Looks like Ocala Electric Utilities. It's a good thing when you see this truck. It means your power's out and they're about to restore it
Yes, I
and
know.
get life back to normal.
Especially after a storm, you're looking out the window waiting to see them arrive, and they always do.
Fortunately, it's 2014 and we haven't had many of those serious storms in 10 years.
Wonderful. Marion County Sheriff's Office Pipe and Drum Corps marching in the 2014 Ocala Christmas Parade. Playing some Christmas carols tonight on the bagpipes.
I remember the first year this group participated, I think they may have had 10 folks. They've
Wow,
certainly
how
grown
they've
in
grown.
popularity and in size over the years.
Kevin, you're a musician. Have you ever tried playing the bagpipes?
I have, and let me tell you, it's very difficult because not only are you doing the melody with the fingerings in the pipes, but you have to keep the bellows blowed up the entire time. So you're
Wow.
doing multiple things at one time to make that music come out.
Wow.
That may be the easiest job right there.
The
then.
drums. It's another antique car following along.
That looks like the
Alvarez
Alvarez
family.
family.
They're puddling away. Again, we just want to remind you that the parade will replay on Friday and Saturday night at 7 p.m. and Sundays at 2 p.m. throughout the month of December, and you may also view it on our YouTube channel.
You just have to go to YouTube and search for MCPS Media with no space in the middle. And you'll find it right there. Looks like the first of many floats coming up tonight.
I believe this may be Marion Technical Institute.
I'm thinking that is exactly what.
And the students and teachers from their Building Science Academy. And their theme is safety.
Of course, Tony Vasquez is the instructor there.
And we know that they do teach safety first in that academy. I see Frosty.
And some elves. And Judy, we had elves at the Public Foundation office on yesterday.
Yes, we did.
And they were doing some very nice things out there for the teachers in Marion County. All of your volunteers.
Yes, we like to appreciate those that help us to get the job done, connecting children, classrooms, and community.
Well, you've said that once or twice, haven't you?
I like to say that.
And I'm honored to be on the board there.
Thank you, Kevin. We appreciate you being with us, of course.
I believe this might be the Exquisite Dancing Jewels coming up next.
And I do believe this is a new performance and a new group in addition to the parade.
Now, my notes say Rhinestones and Nancy Sinatra boots. And it looks exactly like what's happening. Rhinestones and Nancy Sinatra boots.
Those boots are made for walking.
Well, they got a 2-mile track tonight.
2-mile walk. I wonder if they're going to be able to strut for the whole 2 miles.
They can't stop. Well, let me put it this way. They're not supposed to stop.
They're not supposed to stop.
Exactly.
Well, I hope the boots aren't new.
Exquisite Dancing Jewels of Ocala, Florida.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to mention Avante of Ocala. That was the unit just before this particular unit here, but we appreciate their participation in our 66th annual parade.
Looks like North Marion High School's band there, Principal Ben Whitehouse. Band director is Mr. Craig Lilly.
This group has always been a strong contender in this county in terms of numbers and quality. They have a large program up there. Mr. Lilly is quite the director. He's established that program, and it's very, very much supported in that community, not just for football games, but throughout the whole year.
Our first of several marching bands in tonight's parade. It would not be an Ocala Christmas parade without our students and our marching bands.
Interestingly enough, the parade did go on last year. We were not able to broadcast it, and because of the rain, the bands pulled out too.
So
Yes,
no.
yes. I
this
know.
parade has returned to normal.
And
this
we are
year.
very grateful for that.
Absolutely. As the North Marion High School Marching Colts bands makes its way into our camera area, we'll be able to pick up their sounds with our microphones. We want to listen in, once again, under the direction of Mr. J. Craig Lilly and the principal there, Ben Whitehouse, the Marching Colts from North Marion High School. Legends of Ocala.
Tempting to sing and dance along with that marching band, wasn't it?
They've spotted our sky cam. They know where that is. There we are. Francis Marion Charter Middle School, I believe, is coming up next. Maybe not. We'll have to wait and see what this unit says.
No matter what the unit says, those kids' smiling faces are just always wonderful to see.
That's right.
There we have some folks collecting toys for those less fortunate this holiday to make sure that there's something under every tree.
Interesting concept. They invite our community members, those people who are lining the boulevard, to bring an unwrapped brand new toy with them and donate to kids who are less needy in our
And
area.
we hope those sacks get full this evening. We see
All
some.
those students are from
Vanguard
Vanguard High School.
Yep.
Good job, kids.
Good job, guys.
There we have the four-leaf 4-H from Fort McCoy. They're riding in the parade with us this evening. It's like they've got quite a bit of riders and walkers there as well.
All the way from Fort McCoy. And don't forget Mike Hearn's principal out there at your K-8 school.
Ladies, I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little chilled.
I'm thinking
going to
of
be honest.
I'm thinking of putting my gloves on.
It's getting a little chilly out here, but it's nice.
Here we go, Kevin. Here's
Here's
Francis
Francis
Marion Charter Middle School.
And don't forget, Francis Marion Charter Middle School is the newest charter school established in Marion County. It was just established this year for 6th grade, 7th, and 8th grade students.
And of course, we'll have their 9th through 12th grade counterparts coming up a little later in the parade.
They're very happy and excited about being in the parade.
About 65 members strong this evening taking part in the parade.
Okay. I tried the gloves, Kevin, but then I can't
It's
turn
hard to turn pages,
Turn the
isn't it?
pages.
There they are, welcoming everyone home to the holidays.
You know, I do want to correct. A lot of people think Francis Marion Charter School or Francis Marion Middle Charter School is an alternative school. It is not. It is a
not.
100% public school that is open to any student that wants to attend.
Absolutely.
And there's Duke Energy, and we thank them for partnering with so many businesses in Marion County.
I send them a check every month, so we're glad to see
they
them
are
here.
a fantastic supporter of the Public Education Foundation. They support teacher and principal grants for science, engineering, technology, and math.
They're also a great community partner of the annual Marion County Student Media Festival. We appreciate their support in that.
We love having those kinds of communities-based businesses, community-minded
They
businesses
have
here with
solar
us.
projects at some of our schools as well. So
Hydroponic gardening.
There
They've
you go.
got
See?
aquaculture,
all across the board.
robotics.
Not just about energy.
And not only do they financially support, but their engineers spend time in our classrooms working directly with our students.
There you go. The Untouchables car group. I'm afraid to touch these cars. These definitely look like some muscle cars. Well taken care of, all spiff and shiny for tonight's event.
Oh, look at his face. He's having a good time and enjoying himself.
Merry Christmas, he says.
I always wanted to do that. He's jamming out, too.
He
He's got some
is.
music going on
Now
there,
wait
doesn't
till tomorrow when his parents say, no, you're not allowed to do that.
he? Only during the parade, Mom.
And when we're driving slowly. There are lots of different vehicles with this unit.
A white Hummer. Nice looking vehicle
We
there.
saw a nice stretch Hummer
Holy
limo
moly.
bringing our judges up this evening.
That was before we hit the airwaves. Man,
Yes.
it was a big vehicle. That is for sure.
And nice and bright yellow. Well, I know we've got some stereos in these vehicles. I wonder if they got their Christmas music going there.
Looks
I
like
can-
he's recording the parade himself.
I can hear some bass thumping.
Is that against the law?
I'm pretty sure.
Kevin, it's the Christmas parade.
Ah, okay.
We're in the
remember?
spirit of the season. We're
Okay.
all coming
We all
together
have
as
to
a big
bend
community
couple
family.
rules.
Okay, so the Wolfpack, Westport High School, and this looks like their, what is this?
It's the Army Junior ROTC program. Yep.
And they have about 200 marchers. And this year, they were designated by the Secretary of the Army as an honor unit of distinction. And this is the highest rating that any program can receive. And they focus on citizenship and academics. And their motto is excellence in action.
And of course, they're under the direction of retired Colonel Harry Good. He does a great job with that program out there at Westport High School.
And I just want to give a shout out to Principal Jane Elsperman, who was the National Principal of the Year at the secondary level. So congratulations, Westport High School.
What an honor for Westport. What an honor for Marion County.
Absolutely.
To have the National Secondary Principal of the Year.
And such a large group as this here tonight in our parade. Very well represented.
Fine-looking group of young ladies and gentlemen, aren't they?
You can hear them chanting Westport.
Moving on, the Marion County Sheriff's Office Foundation. This is a fairly recently created group that exists solely to support the community volunteers that spend time in the programs at the Marion County Sheriff's Office. It is a nonprofit foundation, and they've worked through some tough times, budget constraints. We know about that, don't we, ladies?
Yes, we do.
All right, we're going to move on. Florida Park Service. Looks like it is coming home for the holidays as well.
Look at that. We all recognize Chief Osceola. Is that what that says on the side there? Chief
Ocala.
Oh, Chief Ocala. All right, that looks like a nice glass bottom boat.
Absolutely.
From Silver Springs.
None other than Silver Springs, absolutely.
And nothing says home like seeing something like that. Quite an icon here in Ocala.
It looks like North Marion's middle school band is coming next. So these are the junior colts. The principal is John Curley, and the band director is Mr. Dylan Jones. And their music selection tonight should be The Grinch Who Stole Christmas and Your Mean One, Mr. Grinch. And they want to thank the Public Education Foundation of Marion County for the grant that helped purchase the music.
And I would like to say that that was a Dr. Joe Zakowski Music Educators Grant, and we were glad to be able to fund that.
This is a great training opportunity and great experience for these youngsters.
And soon we'll be seeing them marching with
Absolutely.
the senior colts.
Absolutely. That's what it's about.
Looks like the Marine Corps League. Oh, got a little music.
The Marine Corps League, Marion Detachment number 061 is the next unit in tonight's parade. You should have 4 vehicles. Obviously some community volunteers there.
They look like they're enjoying their time on the parade route.
Now he's wearing an Army hat, but he's in the Marine Corps.
And did I see Congressman Rich Nugent?
And let me just say, the reason that you see Army and Marines is because their motto is veterans helping veterans.
There you go.
I think I did see Representative Nugent riding in that vehicle.
Looks like a couple more vehicles
Another
coming down.
nice vintage car.
Lots of old cars in
See,
parade
there it is,
tonight,
veterans helping veterans. And you can help by calling that number or going to their website.
That's what it's all about, helping each other.
Of course, we're proud to have veterans in our classroom pretty much throughout the entire school year.
Absolutely. Nothing like some living history, our students hearing firsthand.
And this looks like the St. Louis production.
Now, I'm not really sure what this one is about, but I think they're having fun.
Looks like they're having
They've
fun.
got their
Getting into their
Christmas
music.
lights on.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, they're smiling. They're happy. They're having a good time.
That's what we want to see.
Merry Christmas.
I like that teddy bear.
Of course, you're watching the 66th Annual Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade live on the Marion Education Channel. Brought to you by Marion County Public Schools.
Here's the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary, and they are joining us here this evening. Yet another fine group that does what they can and helps our citizens.
Stressing boater safety this year, ladies, get this. They want to be sure that all of our local residents come home for the holidays by wearing your life jacket because it floats, so you won't.
Good to remember.
Absolutely.
Nice tie-in with our theme. Here we have Mustang Equine Unit. I think one of several equine units we may see this evening.
I'd love to see them crack the whip. I wonder if that takes a lot of skill because I'd like to do it.
Well, I can tell you that snap that you hear is actually the speed of the whip breaking the speed of sound.
Anna,
Very
when you practice, I don't want to be near.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go to a wide open space.
Yes, and when you go, tell us because we're going to go to the other side of town, okay?
In case it flies out of my hand. Oh,
Now-
look at him. It's very talented.
After 2 miles of that, he's going to be tired. His
My
arms are
arm's
gonna be
already
tired.
hurt.
Thank you.
Just watching him, my arms hurt. And
Okay,
they're the riders.
ladies, I'm going to break the silence here. I'm going to go for it. You know, we love to have animals involved in the parade, but we always say the most important position in the parade
comes after the horses.
comes after the horses. Absolutely.
after
They
the
keep
horses.
the streets clean and our shoes clean too. You got horses, you got to have
I
those
am
folks
sure
too.
our
Gotta have
marchers
those people.
appreciate that. You know our marchers appreciate that. 40 horses
Wow.
they have in their unit this evening. And Ocala, Marion County is the?
Horse capital of the world.
Yes, it is. So, of course, we should have our equine units represented here this evening.
Entertaining
the
the
crowd
crowd.
is cheering.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. The crowd is cheering. Kevin, there you
there
are.
he
Okay,
is.
that is the
most
biggest.
important person
Wow.
in the parade
That is
today.
a big scoop.
Well, and you
Just
know
kidding.
what? At least he gets to ride.
You know,
Yes,
that's true.
this is true.
That's
He is
true.
riding.
Kudos, sir. We tip our hat to you.
Absolutely. That is no joke.
I love a shot like that because it shows just how crowded East Silver Springs Boulevard is for this parade. 60,000 plus people lining both sides of East Silver Springs
And you'll
Boulevard.
see one of their horse trailers coming behind them. And now we have United Church of God in Christ.
Lots of church groups always taking part in our parades. I think primarily because of Christmas being exactly what it is, the birth of Jesus.
They are remembering the reason for the season.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Sometimes we have units who stop, and so that creates somewhat of a lull for all the units behind that particular unit.
Well, and I think sometimes when you have animals or human beings, there can
Completely
be unpredictable.
Now there is Sue right there, ladies and gentlemen. You see her with the walkie-talkie
Sue
there.
Mosley.
She's still working hard.
She's calling the shots. I don't know. I don't think she knows she's on camera right now, but we tip our hat to her too.
Absolutely. This is a year-round project for her, and we wouldn't be here without her and her
right.
hard work.
And Combined Insurance Services and our other sponsors this year who actually pay to have this production broadcast, taped, and then posted on YouTube.
Absolutely. That's Combined Insurances, Magnum Construction, and Tri-Am RV are our sponsors this evening, and we thank them very, very much. Look at that little angel.
This may be, actually, we do believe it's the Pentecostal Full Gospel Worship Center being represented there by that sweet, precious little girl dressed as none other than a Christmas angel.
And their float's name is The Sweetest Place.
There you go.
And the sweetest place is?
Home for the
Home.
holidays.
That is right.
We couldn't have planned that better.
Isn't she beautiful? And I hope her arms are not cold. She's waving and keeping busy.
Well, you know what? Let's just punch up to the next unit here, and we'll look at the Central Florida Boxing Gym. I don't recall this group participating before. If they have, I apologize, but it's great to see them.
We are glad to have them here, and they wish Ocala a Merry Christmas.
Sounds like a band coming behind them. Looks like Fort McCoy Band.
Fort McCoy, our K through 8 school, and their principal Mike Hearn, and their music director is Alexandra Muse.
I can tell you she runs a great program there. She's a very gifted French horn player herself.
And she is the teacher of the year at Fort McCoy
Oh.
this year.
That's interesting. Congratulations. Tonight, this group will be sharing Good King Wenceslas with us, as well as Jam, which is a percussion cadence by Amanda Muse.
It's important to know that these children are only in grade 6th, 7th, and 8th, so they have a long musical career ahead of them.
Absolutely. This is where you get them trained, though,
This is
like
where
I
we
mentioned
get them
earlier.
trained.
Okay, that's Alexander Muse right there in the black jacket on the left, the band director at Fort McCoy School.
And this may be a good time to say thank you to the voters of Ocala and Marion County that supported the school millage. And so now we will be working on increasing those music programs for our elementary students.
Moving on, we have St. John's varsity volleyball team.
And they are the state champs for Class 2A, and they've made the playoffs for the last 4 years.
Actually, this
Right.
may be, yeah, right there you see it. State champions this year, 2014 for Class 2A. Did you say they made the playoffs for the last 4 years?
Last 4 years.
Yeah.
Good job.
Quite an accomplishment. Volleyball is a strong sport in our community.
Yes, it is.
Growing,
a lot
too.
of participation. They have their tree decorated for the holidays. And Santa giving a wave. And here's St. John Lutheran Church and School.
Another float entry in this year's parade. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these floats are designed and decorated by these individual groups. They do compete for cash prizes and for bragging rights.
I think the bragging rights are very important. One of our volleyball players from St. John's.
Mooey Christmas. I'm
There's
afraid.
Our friends from
I
Chick-fil-A.
think I knew exactly. That's
You know,
exactly what it was.
Eat more chicken.
I keep saying I wish they would bring some chicken sandwiches to the parade.
So I heard they were bringing some of the Chick-fil-A cows with them this evening. Let's see if we can spot
Really?
them.
Oh, and there it is.
Oh, yes.
Eat more chicken. You see it right there. I have to admit, I enjoy Chick-fil-A.
I've heard that.
You've heard that? I thought you were going to say I do too. But you don't eat chicken.
No. But my kids do. They
Okay.
like it.
Bah humbug.
I don't know. I can't see it.
Oh,
There's one
Santa
dressed all
cow.
there
There's
you go.
one.
Santa cow.
Eat more chicken.
At least he's nice and warm in his Santa hat and Santa jacket this evening. It's getting a little chilly out
It is.
here.
I think that one cow said "Bah hamburger."
Oh, bah hamburger.
Cute.
Okay, and now moving on to the Florida Twirling Academy. This unit has about 25 girls dressed in sparkly costumes, and we are going to see a little twirling there. Yep, there they are. They're twirling. Looks like their sponsors waving.
And I think they've got their music with them so they can twirl to some holiday tunes this evening.
Their director is Denise Carden. And Denise has participated in this parade as long as I've been on the MC desk here. So that's 14 years.
And maybe before you start with the whip, you could start with twirling a baton.
Twirling a baton might be easy.
Easier. These girls, I think, work pretty hard to get good at that.
No flaming batons, though.
No flaming batons.
Light 'em up.
I don't know if I could twirl and walk.
Or twirl, walk, and throw it and catch it.
But they seem to do a great job.
Ladies, that's why they are down here and you are up here.
That is the Florida Twirling Academy. Okay, who do we have here? Might this be Kids Helping Kids coming up?
We'll see.
Whoever it is, they've got their Christmas act together.
They sure do. Look at that. They brought lots of friends from the North Pole to join them this evening. Yes. They have the Christmas spirit.
It looks like Disney's Frozen princess came with them.
And the penguins from Madagascar.
And Rudolph.
Folks, we'll try to get you an ID for this particular unit. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes things get a little rearranged.
Well,
we'll
when you're
put it
dealing
that
with
way.
this many people,
This many people, this many units. Yep,
we all do the best we can, don't we?
absolutely. U.S. Forestry Service, Florida Forestry Service here.
They have 6 vehicles with us this evening.
Recognize some of those bulldozer pieces of equipment from my days as a reporter when the forest fires would happen,
Oh,
and
yes.
we cover those for days at a time. And
Of course, I think we all know that Ocala National Forest was named and put in place with President Teddy Roosevelt leading that charge, and we're proud to have the Ocala National Forest in our backyard.
makes up a significant portion of at least the northeast portion of our county.
And I believe coming behind this unit is Shady Hill Elementary School's 4-H club.
Absolutely. Let me tell you a little bit about this. They are coming home to the farm for the holidays. This is the 4th year that this club has been established at Shady Hill Elementary, and it exposes students to agriculture to enhance their learning and academic skills outside of the classroom. This year, the club is raising a club lamb, goat, pig, and steer. Of course, those will be entered into the Southeastern Youth Fair next year.
And teacher Lindy Batten has received a grant from the Public Education Foundation to help
Plug.
with this 4-H group here.
Plug.
And we definitely want to thank Principal Ryan Bennett for allowing this program to occur on his campus.
Absolutely.
Now, it's one thing to get a horse to walk the 2-mile parade route.
I don't know.
Wow.
That is,
They have their goat and lamb.
that's
Head, heart, hands,
Hands,
and
health.
health.
4-H.
4 H's. I don't know if I could get a sheep or a lamb to walk. Oh,
They
my
have chickens.
goodness.
These kids are very, very brave.
I was
If
going
you
to
see
say the
them,
same thing.
definitely tell them congratulations for all of their hard work.
Oh, I
There's
think
the
that the steer may be
steer.
a little concerned with all the
I
sirens
think
and
the
the lights
steer
and
is
the music.
pushing the student. I don't think the student is pulling the steer.
Lots of lights and sound and scary noises for these animals this evening,
Yep.
but they're doing fantastic.
Again, the 4-H unit from Shady Hill Elementary.
So proud of the work that they do out there. Oh, I hear shouts of Merry Christmas. We'll hear lots of that this evening.
Try to get the folks inside some of those vehicles, but sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it's a little dark and hard to do that.
Okay, so
More
there's
live
more
animals, yeah.
4-H. Okay.
Yeah, more than you ever.
You'll
more
have
than
a
you
lot
ever
of
something.
entries.
Home on the farm for the
There
holidays.
you go.
All right, so I guess they decided that the pig couldn't make the 2-mile trek.
He
had to
tuckered
ride.
out already.
And
Okay.
chanting all the way from East Marion are the Mustangs football and cheer teams.
Woohoo!
Of course, the principal at East Marion is Rusty Corley.
Mustangs.
This is an American youth football and cheer squad. We're proud to have them with us this evening and all the way from the Ocala National Forest.
On a 48-foot drop deck trailer. So those kids are taking advantage of every inch on that unit.
I hear those cheers and Merry Christmas is coming from them.
They're still cheering. Go Mustangs.
They've got the spirit. Now we've got Blessed Trinity Catholic School cheerleaders coming right behind them.
And these students are in grades 5 through 8, and they all attend Blessed Trinity School, and they must maintain high grades in school. And then their varsity cheerleaders also won first place in every category at their summer cheer camp and were invited to cheer at the Capital One Bowl. So congratulations to these girls.
Wow. Go girls.
Those drums that you hear in the background and that marching mascot right there are from Trinity Catholic High School, the marching band unit there. Proud to have them taking part, the Celtic pride of Trinity Catholic High School. He looks mad.
I think he's just very serious.
He's so focused.
Very focused, absolutely.
See, there's more twirling and throwing. I definitely should not try to do that at home.
No. I think you're well suited to being right here with Kevin and
Yes,
I.
I'm just going to stay right here with our little group.
Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a little break and we'll listen to the sounds of the Celtic pride from Trinity Catholic High School. Moving on to our next unit, Amped Up Stereo and Rims. There's no doubt about this group. They make their presence known.
I think they have 8 vehicles this evening and 16 riders with them.
And they're amped up because you're going to see nice custom rims. You're going to hear lots of music, high gloss paint on those cars. That's a lot of money.
Let's see here. We've got a 1985 Buick Regal, a 2005 Cadillac. We got a 2000 Chevy Impala, a 1983 Chevy Monte Carlo, a 2007 Dodge Charger. Of course, all of these have these special spinning wheels on them. 1987 Chevy Caprice, a 1970 Chevy Impala, and I think my favorite, a 1973 Cadillac Coupe de Ville.
On 24-inch wheels.
That is, that's a big car on big wheels.
They've got their Christmas music playing
Sing
for us
Merry
this
Christmas.
evening.
Because they're all amped up.
You know,
Yeah.
when you take care of a car like this and make it so specialized, I think you're proud to bring it out and show it off.
So if you amp it up, do you turn it up?
I guess it depends on if you're in the Christmas parade or not.
I think they are. That's a nice effect there. There's different colored lights on the front of that car.
Oh, and a big smile. He's amped
Yeah.
up too.
That might be that Monte Carlo I mentioned earlier.
Listen, I don't know if I might need a stepladder to get into some of those cars.
I'm pretty sure you'll need a step ladder.
All right, here we have
Judy,
a
we're going to let you
float.
have this one. I
Oh,
think you can
thank
tell
you,
us about
Kevin.
this one.
This is our float from Engage in Education, one of the groups with the Public Education Foundation of Marion County. And they are here this evening to thank the voters for passing the millage to support arts and technology and reading in our schools. And they also would like to invite everyone to be a part of the community conversation. Riding on the float this evening, we have David Steffi, Marion County's 2014 Teacher of the Year. He's there with his family this evening. There's Principal Gina Dickey from Reddick Collier Elementary School. On the float also is Assistant Principal Alan Heisey from Forest High School.
Lots
And-
of people involved there.
And my son Forrest,
Hauling that.
hauling them all along. And I know
And
the
doing
group,
a very good job at it, Judy.
Thank you. The group would like to invite everyone to be part of our community conversations about education on February 12th at MTI Auditorium.
All right, we're going to move right along. Our next unit,
Looks
I
like-
believe, might be Cub Scout Pack 197. I don't know. I can't really tell from that one. Anyway, those folks have put a lot of work into that float, obviously. Marion Therapeutic Riding Association is our next unit. This is a very unique group whose sole mission is to offer the miraculous benefits of therapeutic horseback riding to persons of all ages and capabilities that are physically, mentally, or emotionally challenged.
This is provided as a service to the students at Hillcrest School at no cost to the school system. They've been doing that for over 30 years. On average, 25 students ride each month, resulting in over 1,000 hours of riding at Hillcrest School in just 1 year.
Wow.
And the Marion Therapeutic Riding Association wants to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Okay, and here we are with Classic Cruisers of Ocala. Although one of them doesn't look too classic.
Looks pretty contemporary, doesn't
Looks
it?
very
Well,
contemporary.
they are a special interest vehicle club, and they are also a nonprofit, and they make donations to the community.
And do have a monthly car show on the last Saturday of each month, located in the parking lot next to the Brewster's Real Ice Cream on Silver Springs Boulevard, if
That's-
you're interested.
Hey now,
I think
somebody's getting a little happy
I think
there.
you are tempting me to stop by the car show, Anna, since you mentioned the ice cream.
And I think that's what they were intending for us to do.
Uh-oh, the Grinch
Uh-oh.
got run over.
By a reindeer? No.
No,
thought
by
it
a
was Grandma.
classic truck. That was the night before.
That was the night
Yeah.
before.
Yep.
And we still have a couple classic cars passing by on the camera.
Note the LED light work there around the rims, or the wheel
So
wells
does it make
on
it
the bottom of
classic
that
or
car.
contemporary if they amp it up that way?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it does.
Very
Both.
interesting.
That's our new vocabulary word of the evening, amped up.
That's
Amped
right.
up,
This
yes.
looks like Soul Harvest International Ministries, and they are presenting their float with the nativity scene with the mother of Jesus, who is Mary, Joseph, and the 3 wise men, along with 2 shepherds. I think there's a baby Jesus in there. We'll have to check it out.
If it's a nativity, there better be a baby
There better
Jesus.
be a baby Jesus.
Soul Harvest is celebrating the birth of Christ.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the 66th Annual Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade, a live production from Marion County Public Schools and the Friends of the Christmas Parade. We're thrilled that you are joining us here. We have a great vantage point midway through East Silver Springs Boulevard. It can bring you,
Everyone's so excited about being in the Christmas parade.
especially when they spot our TV cameras.
Especially when they spot the camera. Oops, but there's some riders.
I'm telling you, I wish I could wave right back to them.
This one's Rally Point Ministries, Inc. And it's very interesting because the students on this float are actually students in the mentor program. And so what I want to do is just put in a plug because our kids really need a mentor. And so if you are very interested in providing a mentoring opportunity for children, I have the best place for you to go, and that's the Marion County Public Education Foundation, because we take stock in our children.
Plug. Did you guys plan that?
We did not.
No, but that was beautiful. Beautifully done, Anna. Here we have
Looks like the
another,
equine unit from the Marion County
another
Sheriff's
Equestrian
Office.
unit. I see the riders got their helmets on this evening because safety comes first.
This may be the search and rescue unit from Marion County Sheriff's Office.
Well, they do a lot of wonderful work, especially if we're all lost, and they can definitely get out there and help find us. And that takes a lot of manpower and volunteer hours, so we definitely want to thank them for doing all of that.
And again, I'm always surprised that the horses are not disturbed by all of the excitement out here this evening.
I think we get more excited about the horses than the horses get excited about us.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you might be right about that, Kevin.
It's just another day on the trek for them.
Okay, Miss Ocala's outstanding teen.
Cassandra Fink, she is a 15-year-old sophomore at Forest High School. She's a cheerleader there and an honor student. But many people in this community know her for Cassandra's Clothes Closet, a project that she heads up to gather clothes for the needy.
And here we have Miss Bellevue 2014, Brooke Pixley. Miss Bellevue riding in her convertible this evening. I hope she's staying warm by waving to the crowd.
And this looks like the Miss and Junior Miss Williston, and that is Kaylee Nicholson, who's Miss Williston, and Sarah Dijkstra, who's Junior Miss Williston.
All right, they're in a 69 Camaro this evening. No, they are not. They are in
That's
a Corvette.
a Corvette,
They're
yeah.
in a Corvette.
Little
Oh,
red
awesome.
Corvette.
All right, sometimes I have to turn away and actually look and see what's coming down the street.
Well, coming down the street now is the Lake Weir High School Marching Band.
Go
Marching
Canes.
Hurricanes, that's right. The principal there is Wayne Livingston. This group is under the direction of Mr. Michael Jennings. The assistant band director is Julie Klinger, and the color guard is also directed by her. They have about 80 members marching this evening, and they've received a superior rating at the Marching Music Performance Assessment. But most interestingly, they represented the state of Florida in the 2014 St. Patty's Day Parade in Savannah, Georgia.
Go Canes.
Yep.
I'll tell you, our students make us proud time and time again.
As they move into our camera and our microphone range, we're going to pause for just a moment and let you hear a little bit of the music that they are providing. Tonight they will actually perform a song by Tom Wallace that's called Santa's Parade. I have a feeling it might be a medley.
And appropriate.
Continuing with the theme from Lakeward High School is this Army JROTC. And so there are 2 battalions of the Junior ROTC cadet marching in their military organizational dress.
This is a very successful program that teaches students about leadership, dedication, perseverance, and lots of other great qualities. Proud to say all of our high schools have junior ROTC programs.
But this one is the best because my son actually graduated from Lakeward High School.
And let's again say, go Canes!
There you go.
And you were right, Kevin. The band was playing a lovely Christmas melody there. I enjoyed that very much.
I don't think there's any secret of where they're from. Lake Weir High School.
Weir!
They've made it loud and clear, absolutely.
Is this the Dance Factory?
We're not sure just yet.
We've got some nice cars there, though.
Again, folks, if you're just joining us, this is the 66th Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade coming to you live on the Marion Education Channel. If you're just joining us, you can catch all of the parade all of this month, Fridays and Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 2 p.m. on the Marion Education Channel or on our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and look up MCPS Media without a space.
This looks like Volkswagen of Ocala. And so there you go. You have several different types of Volkswagens with all of those people riding there, having fun, wishing us all a Merry Christmas.
I like that blue one, but that doesn't look like a VW to me. It looks like a BMW.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
Well, you know, the dealership
They're
down
next
Gettle
door. There
has
you go.
Porsche, BMW, and
BMW.
Volkswagen.
Of course, they've been a strong supporter of the foundation as
They
well.
have, absolutely. Proud to have them as a supporter. And they'll be moving to their new location soon, just a little bit down the State Road 200 from where they are now.
Another beautiful red BMW convertible.
That would be fun to drive in the parade.
Yes.
Have that heat on. I guarantee you they've got that heat on. Now that color I'm not sure of. I think that might be a custom color, but
Maybe they've got their heated seats on,
there
too.
you go. And a heated steering wheel.
We should have heated seats.
We do thank them for all of their efforts and donations to the Marion County Public Education Foundation.
And our next group joining us is, it appears to be the Dance Factory. We're
Here
happy
they
to
are.
get them up here in camera range. This is actually a group of 9 dancers, and rumor has it that Olaf might be here. Now, if I have to tell you who Olaf is, both of you have had your head in the sand.
But we'll know when Olaf gets within sight of the children because we'll hear the
Absolutely.
cheering.
Or we'll hear the singing, Let It Go. It's like the best song in 2014.
Have I ever heard that song? Yes.
I'm pretty sure you can sing it.
At the Dance Factory, they teach children ages 3 and up. They do tap, jazz, ballet, and hip hop. You know, they also have adult classes, in case you two are interested.
Well, then I could actually start doing Zumba.
There you go.
Is
There
that
you go.
before or after you do the cracking of the whip and the twirling of the batons?
I think I cracked the whip first.
Okay.
There is Olaf. He was giving a wave to the children alongside of Silver Springs Boulevard. And our little dancers with their rosy
They
cheeks.
have the royal wave down, too.
They sure do. They're beautiful girls, just precious. Although I'm sad that they're not singing Let It Go.
Come on, let it go. Okay. Let it go.
Let it go. Okay, so this looks like Ocala lacrosse. And this is one of the fastest growing sports.
Judy, I think you had some firsthand experience
It is. My
with this.
son played lacrosse, Wildcat lacrosse there for many years. We had good times and some very cold nights sitting out at practice and at lacrosse games. And Anna is right. It is one of the largest growing sports for middle, high school, and college age students.
Speaking of cold nights, it's a little chilly out tonight.
It
Nice.
is.
Actually
Makes
nice.
it feel very Christmassy.
Of course, you see some of those students on the float with t-shirts and shorts. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 layers on, and I'm still cold.
See our students there have their lacrosse sticks with them.
Marion Oaks Elementary School is coming up, and the principal there is Mr. Gary Smallridge. We just want to acknowledge their scene, and there they are waving at us.
And they are the Marion Oaks Manatees.
And they have a table prepared to have a holiday homemade dinner. Now, question is, are they actually going to eat on that float?
Well,
That's
they
a
can
very
stop
good
and give us a
question.
bite.
And there's the float.
Again, you'll see Home for the Holidays repeated throughout this parade, this year's theme offered by one of our elementary students.
Miss Kylie Woods wrote that letter to Matt Manatee with this year's parade theme.
Bells will be ringing. Not sure those bells are ringing.
They're
But
probably not going to be ringing. But you sound very nice singing.
I was just about to say, you hear those loud horns. We have headsets on, folks, and they're still loud for us.
This is
Ocala Charity Truck and Tractor Pool. Absolutely, ladies. I would go ahead and say that for you. So.
thank you, Kevin.
Now, Judy, there's a nice scarf. We were talking about scarves earlier.
I know I need a
And
little
that's
something
a
with some
nice-
holiday pop in it, don't I?
I'll have to chase that lady down and take that
All
scarf. from her.
right, nice John Deere tractors coming down the boulevard this evening.
And these groups, this particular group is involved with several charities, including youth soccer players, as well as St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and of course the Shriners Children's Hospital. We saw the Shriners at the very beginning of our broadcast this evening.
We saw the Lake Weir High School Marching Band, and now we have Lake Weir Middle School Marching Band under the direction of Michael Martin, and their principal is Stephanie Calloway.
The color guard is under the direction of Phyllis Dill and Julie Klinger, and the group you see tonight is the Advanced Band, which includes 71 musicians and 31 guard members.
This band participates in annual events as a member of the Florida Bandmasters Association. Shall we listen to them?
Absolutely.
We have Healthy
Heart
Hearts Fitness. And Clint Hart, former NFL player and native Ocalan.
I'm tired already.
They're showing us how to stay in shape here during the holidays. And Anna and I saw Clint Hart last year running in the reindeer run. It was raining out here, but he stopped to say hello to Anna and I and see if we wanted to come to his gym.
And I'm pretty sure if we'd said yes, we would be out there instead of up here.
We made a smart decision, Anna.
We made a smart
But I
decision.
can't do the parade alone.
No, that's why we made the right
So
decision.
I'm glad you're up
Look
here.
at those happy elves marching, exercising, walking, and staying healthy during the holidays. Healthy Hearts Fitness.
And immediately following that crew, we have another school.
Forest High School and their Air Force Junior ROTC. I believe Forest High School has our largest ROTC unit out of our ROTC units in our public high schools. And as Kevin said, each of our high schools has an ROTC unit.
Tonight's unit from Forest has over 360 marchers, and they've donated over 10,000 hours of community service. I also know that these cadets have gathered more than 500 brand new toys that will be given to needy and homeless students in Marion County Public Schools.
They're under the direction of Commandant Major George Clark.
They are the 4-time defending champs of the annual Marion County Sheriff's Bad to the Bone SWAT course. And their academic team has made the national finals in Washington, D.C. for 3 of the last 5 years.
And I also want to acknowledge that they've donated over $9,000 for the Wounded Warrior Project, and that project helps wounded veterans and their families.
And I would like to say, go Forest Wildcats!
This group also holds a very solemn 9/11 ceremony each year, which involves all of the cadets, is broadcast live throughout their school, so all of their students can also take part.
Thank you, Mr. Brent Carson. You're the principal there, and you do an awesome job with these students.
And I'll give another shout out to Sergeant David Fletcher, who has been with that program
as
for
long as I can remember.
Quite some time.
And we also want to give a shout out to Commandant Major George Clark, who's also involved with this program.
He's new there this year.
Is that him?
Colonel Baranowski. No, that's Mr. Elder, I believe.
Okay.
But obviously it's a very strong program, significant number of students. Goodness sakes, as I turn around and look at them,
it keeps
it's
growing.
Just a sea of green.
They multiply.
Excuse me, blue. It's a little hard to see, but there's a lot of students back there.
United States Air Force.
Hoorah! Kind of gets you into the spirit of joining in, doesn't it?
So, Anna, you mentioned your son graduated from Lake Weir High School, and both of mine, of course, are alumni of Forest High School.
And they did a wonderful job, too.
And here we have another marching band. We have the Marching Diamondbacks from Bellevue High School.
They are under the direction of Ariel Reddick, and nearly 45 marchers are in the parade this evening, and of course that includes winds, percussion, and the color guard as well. They will be performing We Wish You a Merry Christmas and Christmas on the March. And one thing to note, they earned a superior at both FBA and North Marion's Kingdom of the Sun competition, which allowed them to participate in state semifinals. So let's listen in to the Bellevue High School Marching Diamondback Rattlers. League Senior Football Champs. We believe these to be the Senior Knights. Again, Marion County Youth Football League Senior Football Champs, the Senior Knights. These floats are always fun to watch because these kids know they're the best and they make no bones about it. Loudest sound of the night. Loudest sound.
If there was a prize for that, they would definitely win. Oh my goodness.
She's so excited. She's on camera.
How precious.
And next up, we have the Chiefs, who are the Junior Chiefs, and they're also the MCYFL Junior Football Champions. And if I do not give my nephew a shout out, Jamarion Samuel, I will be in much trouble.
Okay,
and there he is right there. There he is waving right now. That's my nephew.
Let's give him a wave.
Say Merry Christmas.
They are the Junior Chiefs, the champs of the junior division.
Yes. We know those young folks will go on to cheer and play football at local high schools.
That's
We're
right.
so glad that they are participating young. They're proud to be the Chiefs.
They are
Most
proud
animated
to be the Chiefs.
float. Most animated float.
And did you know that during this game, they were able to come in a limo
Wow.
to ride to their game?
Okay, here we
It
go.
Ghost Boys Motor Club. Every year, we are excited to see these folks. Is this a...
This will be 3 units.
Okay, 3 units.
2 units from the Get Ghost Boys unit, and then you will also see the Get Ghost Girls.
And that looks like the
motorcycle.
girls right there.
They've got custom Harleys tonight.
Not to mention they're
Custom
just loud.
sports bikes. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Custom Harley Davidsons.
And custom sports bikes.
Yep. Incredible paint jobs, goodness sakes. And lots of work to shine that chrome.
They look like they've been pampered. Those
The
bikes
people
have
or the
been
bikes?
pampered. Yes, the bikes. The bikes have been pampered. Oh, look
There's
at the
another
lights.
one.
He could be the Grinch with that
Yes.
green.
He's an amped up Grinch.
But he's got Christmas spirit. He's
He's got
smiling out
Christmas
there.
spirit. Merry Christmas to all of you
We've
from the
got
Geek Ghost Boys Motor Club.
some more football champs coming up. We've got the MCYFL Pee Wee football champs.
This looks
the
like the
Jags.
Jaguars. And they're excited
Oh,
too.
goodness. I can hear him saying, "We're the best." Yeah, we are.
They still have lots of energy even though the season's over.
They sure
That's how
do.
they're
Look
keeping
at
warm.
them.
That's how they're keeping warm.
They're moving
Okay,
around.
wait just a minute. They'll see themselves on TV here, maybe.
Maybe so. Oh, yep, there they are. They see it.
Discovered.
Nothing like Discovery.
Yeah.
All right, I hear the sounds of our Bellevue Middle School band coming down the street right now.
And
As
this
they
middle
come- go
school
ahead.
band has about, well, it doesn't say how many students are in the band, but it is primarily made up of 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. And they have an advanced band and percussion classes, and that's after school and after school color guard.
They are under the direction of Nick Reardon. And of course, the principal there at Bellevue Middle School is David Ellers, Public Education Foundation board member.
Plug.
Are
got lots of plugs.
Are you counting, Kevin?
I am not. Not at all. As I mentioned earlier, this is a great training program. This is what makes high school bands so successful. Students already know how to play, how to read, how to march, how to make music together. So,
And they're going to keep growing because they are still in middle school, so they'll be a
Right.
part of that Diamondback band soon.
So when they get a little closer, we can stop and listen to their holiday music.
or not.
Or not. You never know
time
with
to
middle school
take a
students.
break. Time to take a break.
It's just a matter of timing. They get into the lighted area of our television
Earlier,
coverage and
here we
stop
go.
their music.
Francis Marion Military Academies, their junior ROTC program. Earlier, we saw some students from Francis Marion Middle School, and here are high school cadets with us this evening. I believe they are an Army ROTC
Looks
program.
like it.
Absolutely, from those outfits.
I can't see them. They're
They're the
camouflage.
They're camouflage.
I got you. I knew where you were going.
Again, we're proud of our students marching this evening.
This is no easy endeavor to be in this parade. Again, it's a 2-mile trek from Southeast 25th Avenue going west on Silver Springs Boulevard to Northeast 8th Avenue.
This evening, seeing all of our ROTC cadets, our dancers, our musicians, our athletes. We know that we are in good hands with the students here in Marion County.
I often say this is the biggest public relations outreach that we as a school district have. Even though we don't orchestrate the parade, it's our pleasure to bring it to our community via television.
Absolutely.
Obviously with the help of private sponsors, but look at how many thousands of students are involved in this parade.
Here we have Hospice of Marion County. What a fantastic organization
You're gonna
Hospice is.
And you'll see a lot of butterflies on this unit because they feel like the butterflies is a timeless symbol of hope and transformation.
And I will tell you firsthand, this group does amazing work. We were fortunate enough to have their involvement in one of my family members' lives, and they certainly know what they're doing and know how to comfort and encourage folks who are going through some tough times.
And they have fantastic staff and wonderful, wonderful volunteers there.
I definitely want to thank them for everything they do for the members of Marion County here.
And they're happy to be with us this evening. It's getting a little chillier. This
getting
chillier
by the minute.
I admit.
But we'd rather take the chili over the rain any day.
Insulco Insulation LLC. This is a new unit this year. You see a great float there on the back. This is, I believe, it's one of those spray insulation foam companies.
Correct.
But that's not what tonight is about. Look at those children
You
on
can
that
see they
float.
have Charlie Brown and Snoopy home for the holidays.
And some Cabbage Patch Kids. That's what that looks like.
Haven't seen one of those
And
in ages.
and you're too young to know about that.
Well, actually, I had 2 Cabbage Patch dolls.
Did you get 2?
I had 2 of them, and they were very expensive back then. A whole $19.
All right, MCYFL cheerleading champs, our senior rattlers, are cheering down the boulevard this evening.
A little more reserved. These are the ladies of the group.
Yes, these are the ladies.
We saw some folks from Fire Rescue earlier, from Ocala Fire Rescue and Marion County Fire Rescue. And here are some representatives from E1. They actually make those fire trucks.
Probably the most common entry in any parade. E1 makes fire engines that go all around the world. So
They absolutely do. And
they
right
might say
in
they're in
Ocala.
every Christmas
are
parade.
you ready, Kevin? Through the Public Education Foundation of Marion County, E1 is a school business partner with
love it.
Forest High School.
I love it.
Where your children attended.
Thank you.
Another E1 unit, that's a specialized airport unit that actually shoots out foam in the event of an airplane disaster.
And I actually toured E1 a couple of years ago and learned that fire trucks come in many, many different colors.
And for different purposes.
Dunellen High and Middle School bands. This year, the bands have combined their musical groups to represent the city of Dunellen. They have about 44 musicians, 3 flags, offering the Peace Christmas on Parade. Here we go.
Jason Dobson is the director at Dunellen High School.
Principal at Dunellen High School is Ken McAteer, and Dunellen Middle School is Delbert Smallridge. We're hoping they're ready to kick off some music. We want to listen in and hear them as they come into our camera and microphone range. They've got a little ways to come just yet.
Principal Ken McAteer is the high school principal liaison for the Public Education Foundation. And if you are a business that would like to sponsor a high school, Dunellen High School would love to have you as their business partner.
And this band also made it to the state marching band semifinals, so congratulations, Tigers.
Let's listen in now.
On to unit number 81 in our Christmas parade this evening, the Young Marines from the Marine Corps League. This is a youth education and service program for boys and girls ages 8 through high school. The Young Marines promote the mental, moral, and physical development of the members, and the program focuses on character building, leadership, and promotes, of course, a healthy and drug-free lifestyle.
Here's their bus for the Young Marines of Marion County.
From Gainesville, nice to have them driving down to join
us. I see
us.
Toys for Tots painted on the side of that bus as well.
I see red and purple.
And this is a new equestrian unit in our parade this evening, red hats and purple chaps.
You'll see a gypsy vanner horse, a Morgan horse, and a spotted saddle horse.
Members range in age from 10 through 75.
Some even have 3 generations of horse women.
Wonderful.
This is a group that actually, they pay all of their own expenses each year. Some of them travel as far as 1,500 miles to participate in parades.
The red hats and purple chaps can be seen on a national TV every Thanksgiving morning in the McDonald's Thanksgiving Day Parade in Chicago.
They don't have anything on us.
I know. We have Christmas parades.
Red hats and purple chaps.
And there's another great vintage vehicle in our parade this evening. I see a float coming into view. I think this might be Extension's dance studio. Yes, it is.
And they are usually very strong contenders for first place in the float category.
So the train this year is filled with circus animals, clowns, a chimpanzee artist, lion tamers, and the ringmaster.
Do you know why, Anna?
Why?
Because even
the
the
circus
goes
comes home
for the holidays.
That was a good setup. Okay, so now they also have children, ages 5 to 16, so it's not all about the animals in the circus.
I have a feeling some of these kiddos might be dressed as those animals.
I would agree.
Everyone from Extension's dance studio wishes everyone out here a Merry, Merry Christmas.
Ladies, did either of you dance as young girls?
I did not.
I did.
I played sports.
Ballet?
Tap and
Tap?
jazz. Ballet, tap, and jazz. I'm sure you can tell by my gracefulness today, Kevin.
We're not going to make you dance. You can relax.
This is a fantastic float this evening. Look at this.
Now, she wants her 2 front teeth for Christmas. Did you see that one?
Oh, poor baby.
I used to have that song on a 45 record.
See, and there's the circus with the animals.
What's a 45 record? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, our kids are asking, what's a record?
Yeah. Oh, goodness sakes, folks. We got pets, pets, pets. This looks like the Humane Society of Marion County. I think we might have a live. There we go. Look at that precious little puppy
and
there.
we know at the Humane Society they have lots of little ones that want to go home for the holidays.
That's
Lots
right.
of four-legged friends, cats and dogs that would love to have a home for the holidays. But taking a pet is a big responsibility.
It's a huge responsibility.
Not something that you should consider lightly or just for the holidays. But if you are considering adopting a pet,
It's a great
please
place to
go
go
to the Humane Society.
That's right.
We've got some more cars coming down that look like they've got the holiday spirit. The Greater AOH Church of God. We have had several ministries with us this evening.
First car, you had the founder of the Deliverance Refuge Center, Dr. D.P. Brown, or D.D. Brown, excuse me.
The second car looks like the baby contest winner. The third car is representative of the Deliverance Church. And then the fourth car is Dr. D.D. Brown's Christian Academy of Hope.
Anna, behind them I see another new activity for you to try, and that is roller derby.
Now, I will never do that.
The Ocala Cannibals Roller Derby League are rolling down the boulevard this evening in the Ocala Christmas Parade.
That takes talent.
Now, interestingly enough, this group plays at Skate Mania. They also have their newest teams, the Carnivores. That's the junior derby team, ages 8 to 17 years old, and the Headhunters. That's
sounds
the
scary.
men's full contact roller derby team. Now, the part that scares me is full contact.
Full contact is scary, especially when you're on 4 wheels.
On wheels, yes.
Well, I hope that all that skating is keeping them warm this evening.
Behind them is the Forest High School marching band. We can hear them.
They'll be here in just a moment.
There are some of the younger junior derby.
Yep. Not braving the wheels just yet.
No, it's a long way to go.
That's
Yeah.
the
On
Headhunter.
skates, that's right.
And that asphalt hurts. Of course, they look like they're prepared for it.
All right.
Now you see them, ladies and gentlemen, the marching Wildcats from Forest High School tonight. The band is under the direction of Mr. David Jones. Principal there is Mr. Brent Carson. And tonight they have about 54 musicians and dancers. They've received superior ratings the past 4 years at marching music performance events and also received a superior ratings in all categories.
This program is recognized as the oldest school band program in the state of Florida, started in 1922 by Mrs. Brown Greeton Cole, the mother of bands in the state of Florida.
And this year,
They celebrate.
their 92nd consecutive season.
Wow.
Way to go, Forest Wildcats.
Yep, let's listen in. Balcony gymnastics and youth sports rolls into our camera range next, and I am nervous. Look at the activity going on this float. There's definitely nobody cold there.
Oh my goodness.
Speechless.
They are
I
scaring
am
me.
speechless.
Okay, there we
And
go.
she
Pull out.
just
There
keeps
you go.
going.
As
Okay,
long as
so
she
a
doesn't
little-
jump off.
Yeah, please don't let her do that.
She is doing giant strings on the strap board. And we've got some others on there doing back tucks.
And
And-
some even on the incline trampoline
Okay.
while moving. That
Yeah.
means they prepared all year to do this.
Unfortunately, balcony gymnastics and youth sports missed the last 2 Christmas parades, but they are excited, and we are excited to have them back.
Absolutely. Lots of snowflakes and snowmen on that float coming home for the holidays.
Looks like their dance team is following behind them.
Here at balcony gymnastics
And
and
those-
dance.
And their students are ages 8 to 18, and they're representing. Oh, here we are, Catapult Academy. And this is Marion County's Dropout Prevention Program. And this,
We see some caps and gowns on that float signifying those earning their high school degree.
it's never too late to go back and get your high school diploma. Don't give up. We really appreciate the work they do to help the students in Marion County.
You know, people face a lot of different situations in life, and sometimes life gets in the way of finishing high school.
Mm-hmm.
I know we've had plenty of folks in their 80s, even 90s, go back and finish
So
high school.
Another band looks like Fort King Middle School band. The principal there is Renee Dudley.
And they are under the direction of Mr. David Fritz this evening. They have about 75 instruments and 16 drill team members. The drill team sponsor is Maria Saria.
Mm-hmm.
Saria, yep. And the drill team instructor is Michelle Young.
I think they're decking the halls this evening.
Mm-hmm. We can't hear you.
All right, we move on to the U.S. Forestry Service. Some of their motor units are represented in our parade this evening. And of course, Judy, you mentioned the Ocala National Forest previously.
I did.
These are some of the folks that help with projects in that area of Marion County.
I think I see Smokey the Bear
The one and only, absolutely. Only you.
can prevent forest fires.
Absolutely.
Glad to see Smokey's coming out and celebrating with us this evening. Wishing everybody a Merry, Merry Christmas.
There he is, a live shot. Smokey the Bear.
That's a big bear.
That is a big bear.
I would not want him in my yard.
I had a bear in my yard not too long ago. Putting on the bits. Yes,
Mounted
folks.
drill
Putting
team.
on the bits. You get it? Bits with the horses?
Yes, we get it.
Just trying to help you out there.
Don't they look
Cold?
holiday and festive this evening? No, they look
Even
happy.
the horses. Look at the horses. They have lights on them.
Beautiful
Very
horses.
nice.
They promote fellowship, sportsmanship, and competition, and they perform synchronized maneuvers to theme music.
Here we have Hale Products Incorporated. Hale has provided pumps and safety equipment for the fire service since 1914.
Wow.
This float tonight's going to be focusing on celebrating the company's centennial and educating the citizens of Ocala with some tips to keep their homes safe for the holidays.
I don't know if our guys can get there. Right, look at that outfit. Now that takes the cake tonight. That's the best outfit so far.
Kevin, that's what I would like you to wear next year.
I'll get back with you on that.
That is
Have to talk with our wardrobe
fantastic.
department.
We especially like the bubbles.
Hale Products, we're happy to have them in our float, their float in our parade this evening.
I think their bubbles are Florida's form of snow.
Florida
it
snow, I
is.
like it. United Sportsman Airboaters Alliance.
And the club or alliance is for sportsmen and airboaters to get together for their family fun and riding.
They help make our local lakes and rivers clean and make sure they're taken care of. And for that, we appreciate what they do. I have never been on an airboat.
Oh, my goodness.
I
It's
haven't
quite
either,
an experience.
but they are very fast.
You must do it. I see bubbles floating around us, ladies. It's catching my eye. I'm not sure.
Florida snow. I like that one,
I like
Kevin.
it. Absolutely. We got to keep it.
We'll keep that. There's some more with those airboaters.
Yep.
Decked
Man,
out
those
for the
are some
holidays.
big boats and big trucks, aren't they?
Are they decked out or amped up?
Yes.
Ooh.
I think amped up is our new word this year.
All right.
I will
And
tell
up
you,
for
when
the
you ride
holidays.
an airboat, you will get wet.
Oh, good.
So don't do it in December or January.
Or January.
Good advice. Thank
Unless you have a raincoat on.
Good advice.
They're a lot of fun, though, man.
Well,
A
you
lot
know,
of
I
fun.
had my raincoat out for last year's Christmas parade,
And it rained.
and then it thundered and it lightninged, and we had to go home.
We had to go home.
I'm glad you didn't bring it this year.
Okay, this is Hillcrest School under, I guess the principal there is Mrs.
Lauren
Manresa.
Yep.
And we love everything that she's doing to help our children in Marion County.
They are bringing hope home for the holidays. Hope meaning having opportunities provided every day.
They have a total of about 44 participants.
And let's see,
And
they have, they're on that float. You will see a home complete with a fireplace, a Christmas tree, even a roof overhead.
That agriculture department down there at Hillcrest School has a beautiful
Oh, my
poinsettia
goodness.
sale each year.
And they sell out every
I
year.
always look forward to going and purchasing my holiday poinsettias there at Hillcrest School.
Student participation is showcased all over this float. Listen to this. The handmade ornaments on the Christmas tree, individually made bricks on the fireplace, even individually made shingles topping off the roof.
Well,
Pretty impressive there.
That float is definitely a contender in this year's contest.
Great job, Hillcrest. Oh, I hear them saying Merry Christmas, Kevin Christian.
I heard that. I don't know who said that, but thank you very much.
Everyone loves you,
Right.
Kevin.
All right, go Knights, Vanguard High School and Howard Middle School.
Bulls, yeah.
The Bulls are together marching this evening.
They have combined forces to play the same songs. We're going to actually, as they come into camera shot here and mic shot, we're going to pause and just listen in to the combined bands of Vanguard High School and Howard Middle School. Great sounding band combined from Vanguard High School and Howard Middle Schools. The band directors got to get their names in there. Shane Bass at Vanguard and Brittany Schofield at Howard Middle School.
And principals, Cindy Rep at Vanguard and Rob Hensel at Howard.
Up next, we have the SunTran. The SunTran is Ocala and Marion County's public transit system. SunTran has been operating since December 15th, 1998. It operates 6 routes traveling through Ocala and Silver Springs, running from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Get this, if you ride SunTran, they have free Wi-Fi.
Yes, they do.
We could ride around all day.
I'm telling you.
And they will also allow you to have your bicycles.
Bicycle, absolutely.
Mhm.
Speaking of bicycles, now that was a good segue right there. Got a lot of folks showing off those two-wheeled creations.
Representing the Cross Florida Greenway State Park. A
Ye-
fantastic place for families to go and hang out in the outdoors together.
Even decorated for Christmas. Look at that. It's the dancing Christmas tree.
There's over 290 miles of hike, bike, and equestrian trails out there. So each one of the user groups has its own trail within 1 mile wide, 110-mile corridor that passes through Florida, formerly
Nice.
known as Barge Canal.
Is that a reindeer?
It's a Rain
It's a
lab deer.
rain dog.
It's a rain labrador. How's that?
A rain labrador. I like that. I like that.
It's an amped up.
Look, rain dogs.
Rain
of
dogs.
the
See, I told you.
Greenway.
A rain dog.
And here we've got the Greenway
We're creating all kind of
Equestrians.
new vocabulary tonight.
No, their sign said rain dogs.
It did. It really did.
Greenway-
REIN.
Greenway Equestrians, another fantastic equestrian unit with us this
I
evening.
have about 10 riders with us tonight for those horses. Lots of different activities offered on the greenways here in North Central Florida and Central Florida.
Hiking, biking, and riding.
I have one
Biking and riding.
behind my house, and there is plenty of wildlife on it, I will tell you that.
Beautiful, beautiful horses. Right now we have the Ocala Jeep Club and their CERT team.
CERT standing for Citizens Emergency Response Team.
And
They are,
there's 8 vehicles and about 16 riders.
they are all trained to actually go into rugged territories and help search for missing individuals.
And we always hope that their help will not be needed, but we know that if it is or when it is, they are there for us.
Absolutely. Ladies, my hands are cold.
My hands are freezing.
I love it. It feels like Christmas.
And
It's
this
wonderful.
it's nights like this that remind me why we live in Ocala and not Buffalo, New York.
Oh, goodness. Where they measure snow in feet, not inches.
This is also a nice time to remind you that our parade will replay on Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 2 p.m. throughout the month of December. And please remember that you may view it on YouTube. Kevin, how do they get there?
You go to youtube.com and search for MCPS Media without a space. Also want to say a special thank you to Combined Insurance Services, Magnum Construction, and Tri-Am RV. They are the sponsors of this year's Christmas parade, making all of this possible.
Now there's a great reindeer with the Ocala Jeep Club and CERT team.
Is he surfing?
He is. He's
He's
enjoying
Jeep
his
surfing.
ride. He is enjoying the ride tonight.
So are the kids. Good job, guys.
And again, let's give a shout out to the Friends of the Ocala Christmas Parade. Without their hard work, we would not be here this evening. And we remember that this year's parade is dedicated to Phyllis Ham, who was the coordinator of this parade for many, many years.
Absolutely. A 2-year parade route from Southeast 25th Avenue west to Northeast 8th Avenue. It is a 5-lane street that is completely shut down once a year for this incredible event. This is the 66th annual Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade. Again, this is part of the Ocala Jeep team, the CERT team here. I already mentioned Citizens Emergency Response Team. A large contingency tonight in our parade. Very well represented.
And we do also want to thank Ms. Sue Mosley for coordinating this event.
She is the parade queen. Absolutely.
Wow, the Jeeps just keep on
They
rolling.
do. I love it. And they're all sparkly and
They
cleaned up and
are.
decorated for Christmas.
I'm sure after a
There's
day out,
Batman.
after a day out in the forest, they don't look so sparkly, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
nope.
When they're out there working. Looking good, everybody.
Now see, that's a sight you don't see very often in Ocala. A big winter coat with gloves on, waving to people, but you can see it at the Christmas parade. Nowhere else.
You ready, Kevin? At
I
the
am.
Public Education Foundation, we have a Coats for Kids program, and so far this winter, we've given out well over 300
Wow.
coats and jackets to students that needed them, and we hope that they are all warm.
Where do
for
those
the
coats come
holidays.
from?
The coats come from donations. We purchase them with money that's donated, and many, many new and gently used coats and jackets are donated to us each week, and we certainly appreciate those. And a shout out to Wayne's Dry Cleaning here on Silver Springs Boulevard, and they do dry cleaning of the coats that
Yeah,
need
wonderful.
them for us.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, folks, the Jeeps continue. What a great representation from the Ocala Jeep Club.
And don't forget, if you want to be a part of the 2016-15 parade next year, then you need to contact our friends
At
of
the-
the Christmas
I
parade.
think I see South Ocala Elementary School being towed by a Jeep this evening.
And you know, I was expecting for them to walk, so this totally blew me by surprise.
I think that they are showing off their Lego Robotics Club. And I see some Legos,
Have
girls and boys on that float this evening.
a Christmas tree made entirely of Legos and Lego robots that dance around that Christmas tree. Of course, figuratively speaking. Of course.
Lisa Coy is the principal at South Ocala Elementary School.
And
Go Bees.
And these are just some of the cold folks right here along the parade route. Folks, it's great to have you watching us, joining this Christmas parade, 66th annual Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade. We are happy that you are here. We're happy to bring it to you from Marion County Public Schools, and great to have Judy and Anna with us again this year. And really great that Mother Nature is cooperating.
It is a beautiful evening.
It is very
Cold
cool
and beautiful.
and
And
crisp,
brisk.
but very
That's
nice.
right.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Also want to give a shout out to the beautiful table decorations that you see. Karen Seda Interiors out of Winter Garden, Florida. She makes the trip up here each year to make our set look beautiful, and we appreciate her efforts. Makes us look good.
Yes, it does.
We appreciate it.
And Kevin,
very
I
much.
said it earlier, but let's just remind everyone again that this is the longest running nighttime Christmas parade in Florida.
As we understand it, yes. It's a little hard to confirm that in the official realm, but ask anybody around Florida, ask anybody around this area, and they will tell you absolutely.
We like to believe it's true, and 66 years is a long time.
It's a tremendously long
And
time.
it's very appropriate that in the 66th year, we are home for the holidays.
Oh, you know what?
I think
Very
we
well
have
said.
Gap Productions, Jade Hagen's tutoring program.
And don't forget the Jade Hagen's tutoring program is at Howard Academy Community Center, and these students are able to be tutored Monday through Thursday nights. If you're interested in placing your children in the tutoring program, please contact us at Howard Academy. And I'm saying us because that's exactly where I work. We're doing
Title
some
I
really
is located
nice,
right there.
That's right, some
Absolutely.
nice things there. And you can see the Jade Hagen's tutoring T-shirts.
Boy, what a legend, and what a mark she left in our community.
She was just one of the best
Yes,
people
she
ever.
really was.
Look at these precious little ones.
And these guys for Gap
Beautiful.
Productions, they are actually performing throughout Marion County on a weekly basis. They are doing everything from prayer vigils to light up Ocala. You see them here at the Christmas parade. They will have a performance next Thursday at Howard Academy at 4:30 in the cafeteria.
All right, moving on, we have the Marion County Girl Scouts of West Central Florida. You'll see a nursing home scene on this float with girls doing a variety of activities. Some of them are even dressed up as some of our older folks.
So now, do you ever buy Girl Scout cookies?
Every year.
Me too. Too many.
Thin Mints.
I love the Thin Mints too.
Was that a serious question? And I also sold a lot of Girl Scout cookies in my day.
Were you ever a brownie?
I was.
I figured that.
This is Horizon Academy Hawks Palm Squad and their band.
Absolutely.
And
Of
they
course,
can be found out in Marion Oaks. Their principal is Mr. Troy Sanford.
the director of this group is Zachary Price. We've got about 20 members escorted by 30 auxiliary twirlers. Here's your favorite word of the night, the twirlers.
There they are, twirling away and walking.
Folks, we are nearing the end of our 66th annual Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade. We still have a few units left, and of course, the big red jolly man himself
I cannot wait.
will be pulling up the rear, if you
Wow,
will.
these ATVs are all jacked up.
So we've gone from amped up,
To
decked
jacked up.
up, and now we're jacked up.
That's
Yeah.
right.
But it's all about being home for the holidays and wishing all of us
A
and
Merry
all of you
Christmas.
a Merry Christmas. And those are some serious wheels, aren't they?
They are
Wow.
some serious
I wouldn't
wheels.
want to have a flat. Several $100 each for those tires, I would say.
Oh, I am sure. They are all jacked up.
All jacked up and decorated for Marion County's
Right.
parade. They're home for the holidays.
And here's some fantastic Christmas music coming from them. Oh, there's Rudolph.
The one and only.
He's getting ready for his big night.
See, the kids have been teased. They've had Frosty. They've had all of these different Christmas.
And Olaf.
And Olaf, that's
Olaf
right.
is here.
But they haven't seen Santa.
Oh,
And that's what they're waiting for.
Cross your fingers, because I have a feeling that's going to happen.
Stay awake, kids.
More bubbles. That's our
Florida
snow.
I think we can make that stick. Get
I
it?
can make it stick.
Can make that stick. Folks, we will share more information with you at the end of our broadcast on how you can see this entire broadcast throughout the entire month of December. So stay tuned for that.
I hear some more marchers and band members with the Liberty Middle School marching band this evening. They have 64 members, 26 of their band, 26 members of their color guard for a total of 90 marchers this evening.
And don't forget the principal out there is a new principal, Miss Jen Sybil. Congratulations on your new position at Liberty Middle School.
And their band director, Leslie Bruce. And their color guard instructor, Charlotte Moore.
They're just about to get into our camera and microphone range. So we're going to be quiet for a little bit here and listen in as Liberty Middle School Band performs its Christmas music for the parade.
And that looks like Keep Christ in Christmas. There's another nice nativity float. And this is sponsored by the Knights of Columbus, 5960. There's a nativity scene there. It's like the wise men are dancing to Liberty Middle's music.
Hey,
it's a little contagious, that
that's
music.
right. I like those cardboard camels.
Yeah, me too. There's Mary and Joseph.
They could have borrowed some of those animals from the Shady Hills
There you go.
4-H Club. Westport High School marching band this evening, and of course we've mentioned their principal, Jane Elsperman, is the National Secondary Principal of the Year.
And this group is under the direction of Mr. Scotty Vance. They are 100 marchers strong. This is they've been rated superior for the past 12 years straight, both at the district level and at the state level. And they are part of the Marion County Center for the Arts at Westport High School. Recently, this marching band was in competition and was the highest rated band in the district for the North Marion Show. Westport also has the largest jazz band program in the county, with 3 jazz bands, all of which have been rated superior. Let's listen in.
Go Wolfpack.
I think the one and only has officially arrived in Ocala.
Yay!
Merry Christmas, Santa Claus.
And a ho, ho, ho.
The holly jolly man himself with a Jelly Belly, who likes to laugh a lot.
But he's got a list. Did you know that?
And he has checked it twice, and my name is there for sure.
And I'm on the nice list.
He is looking out at the audience tonight, making sure that everyone is on that nice list.
And I'm going to ask our director to take the talent cam if he can, and because I'm going to turn around and wave to Santa. I always get a wave from Santa. It's tradition, so it's going to happen again here, folks. You're going to witness this. Right there he is. Santa Claus himself.
Merry Christmas,
he
Santa.
knows I've been very, very good.
Merry Christmas,
Kevin,
Santa.
I think he laughed at you when you said that.
Hey, he knows that I have been good. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so proud that you have joined us for this 66th annual Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade. On behalf of Judy and Anna and all of us with Marion County Public Schools, our 42,000 plus students, our 6,000 employees, and everyone who contributes so much in our community to our students and to our schools, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a safe and joyous New Year.
See you next year.
We hope you've enjoyed the 66th annual Ocala Marion County Christmas Parade here on the Marion Education Channel. Thank you for watching, and we wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.